What if I told you that within the next decade we could be living in floating cities, downloading memories directly into our brains, and growing entire organs from a single cell? Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, buckle up, because 20 groundbreaking technologies, currently in development, are about to flip our world completely upside down, and some of them are closer to reality than you might think. I'm talking about innovations that won't just improve your daily routine. They're going to fundamentally reshape how humans live, work, and even think. From artificial intelligence that surpasses human intelligence to machines that can literally reverse aging, these aren't distant dreams anymore. They're happening right now in laboratories and research facilities around the globe. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let me take you on a mind-bending journey through 20 technologies that will make today's world look as primitive as the Stone Age. Trust me. By the end of this video, you'll see the future in a completely different light. Let's start with something that's already knocking on our door: artificial general intelligence. We're not talking about the narrow AI that recommends your Netflix shows or beats you at chess. This is AI that can think, reason, and solve problems across any domain, just like humans do, but potentially thousands of times faster. Companies like OpenAI and DeepMind are racing toward this breakthrough, and experts predict we could see the first glimpses within the next 5 years. Imagine an AI that could simultaneously cure cancer, design space missions, and compose symphonies. That's the power we're approaching. But here's where it gets really wild: brain-computer interfaces. Companies like Neuralink are developing tiny chips that can be implanted directly into your brain, creating a seamless connection between your thoughts and digital devices. We're talking about controlling computers with pure thought, downloading skills like in the Matrix, and even sharing memories between people. Early trials are already helping paralyzed patients control robotic arms with their minds. Speaking of the impossible becoming possible, let's talk about quantum computing. These machines don't use traditional bits like regular computers. Instead, they use quantum bits that can exist in multiple states simultaneously. This isn't just a faster computer, it's a completely different way of processing information that could solve problems in minutes that would take today's supercomputers millions of years. Drug discovery, climate modeling, financial optimization, quantum computers will revolutionize them all. Now, what if I told you we could literally edit the blueprint of life itself? CRISPR gene editing technology is advancing so rapidly that we're approaching the ability to eliminate hereditary diseases before birth, enhance human physical and cognitive abilities, and even extend human lifespan dramatically. We're not just talking about treating diseases anymore, we're talking about upgrading humanity itself. But wait, there's more. Nanotechnology is about to give us molecular-scale machines that can repair our bodies from the inside. Picture microscopic robots swimming through your bloodstream, targeting cancer cells with precision, clearing arterial blockages, and even repairing damaged DNA. These nanobots could make many of today's medical procedures completely obsolete. Here's something that'll blow your mind. We're developing technology to bring people back from the dead. Well, sort of. Cryonic preservation is advancing to the point where we might be able to freeze people at the moment of death and revive them years or decades later when medical technology has advanced enough to cure whatever killed them. Companies are already offering these services, and the technology keeps improving. Let's shift gears to something more immediate: autonomous transportation. We're not just talking about self-driving cars anymore. Imagine a world with flying taxis buzzing overhead, Hyperloop trains shooting passengers across continents at aircraft speeds, and fully autonomous ships and trucks handling all cargo transport. This transformation will happen gradually, then suddenly, completely reshaping how we move people and goods around the planet. Space technology is about to open up entirely new frontiers for humanity. We're developing reusable rockets that make space travel as routine as air travel. Space elevators that could dramatically reduce launch costs, and asteroid mining operations that could bring trillion-dollar loads of rare materials back to Earth. Mars colonization isn't a question of if anymore, it's a question of when. Here's where things get really futuristic. Fusion power. Scientists are finally cracking the code on harnessing the same energy source that powers the sun. Fusion reactors could provide unlimited clean energy with no radioactive waste and no meltdown risk. Multiple companies and research facilities are racing toward the first commercial fusion power plants, potentially solving the global energy crisis within our lifetimes. But energy is just the beginning. Advanced materials science is creating substances with properties that seem almost magical. We're talking about materials that are stronger than diamond, but lighter than air, surfaces that can become invisible on command, and structures that can repair themselves when damaged. These metamaterials will revolutionize everything from construction to clothing. Virtual and augmented reality are evolving beyond recognition. The next generation won't require bulky headsets. We're developing contact lenses, and even direct neural interfaces that can overlay digital information seamlessly onto the real world. Imagine having instant access to all human knowledge just by thinking about it, or being able to visit any place in history through photorealistic virtual recreation. Biotechnology is approaching the point where we can grow entire human organs in laboratories. 3D bioprinting is advancing rapidly, and scientists are successfully growing functional hearts, kidneys, and livers from a patient's own cells. This could eliminate organ waiting lists entirely and ensure perfect compatibility, since the organs would be grown from your own DNA. Robotic technology is becoming so sophisticated that the line between artificial and biological is blurring. We're developing robots that can perform surgery with superhuman precision, androids that are becoming indistinguishable from humans, and swarm robotics, where thousands of tiny robots work together like a hive mind to accomplish massive construction projects. Climate engineering might be our planet's salvation. Scientists are developing massive machines that can literally suck carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and convert it into useful products. We're also exploring solar radiation management techniques that could quickly cool the planet if climate change accelerates beyond our ability to reduce emissions naturally. Here's something straight out of Star Trek: molecular assemblers. These machines could literally build any object atom by atom, transforming raw materials into finished products instantly. Need a smartphone? Just feed some carbon and silicon into your molecular assembler and wait a few minutes. This technology could eliminate manufacturing as we know it and make scarcity obsolete. Advanced longevity research is targeting the biological mechanisms of aging itself. Scientists are identifying the cellular processes that cause us to grow old and developing interventions that could dramatically extend healthy human lifespan. We're not just talking about adding years to life, we're talking about adding decades of youthful vitality. Digital immortality represents perhaps the ultimate frontier. Researchers are working on technology that could upload human consciousness to digital formats, essentially allowing people to live forever as digital beings. While this sounds like pure science fiction, serious scientists and technology companies are investing billions in consciousness transfer research. Synthetic biology is giving us the power to program living organisms like computer code. We can now design bacteria that eat plastic waste and excrete useful chemicals, create organisms that can survive on Mars, and even develop biological computers that use DNA for data storage and processing. Ocean technology is opening up the last unexplored frontier on Earth. We're developing underwater cities, deep-sea mining operations, and marine farming systems that could feed billions while cleaning our oceans. The deep ocean contains resources and secrets that could transform our understanding of life itself. Finally, artificial photosynthesis could revolutionize both energy production and carbon capture. Scientists are creating artificial leaves that can convert sunlight and carbon dioxide into fuel more efficiently than natural plants. This technology could provide unlimited renewable energy while actively removing greenhouse gases from the atmosphere. These 20 technologies aren't isolated developments, they're all interconnected, and their combined impact will be exponentially greater than any single breakthrough. We're approaching a technological singularity, where the pace of change accelerates beyond human comprehension. The next decade will be unlike anything in human history. These technologies will create new industries, eliminate old ones, and fundamentally change what it means to be human. The question isn't whether these changes are coming, it's whether we'll be ready for them. What excites you most about this technological future? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more mind-blowing content about the world of tomorrow.